Alright, so yet again another video. I know I've done like 3 videos this weekend. I had 2 that were sitting on my camera that I needed to edit and get on, so it's just a video Sunday. This video, we're doing one of my favorite snacks, the family's favorite snack. Being we had the dehydrator already out with that Thai basil we did, we went and bought some meat and we're going to do some beef jerky. So let me show you how we're going to do it. Obviously the star of it, the beef. Mama went to Costco and got some beef round top, some round steak, 5.5 pounds of it. You want to get some nice lean meat. You don't want a lot of fat, because the fat, even after you dehydrate it and make jerky, it tends to go rancid, get a little foul. So get the leanest meat you can. If you do have fat on it, cut it off before dehydrating it. And like I said, our dehydrator is that Nesco. And let me tell you something, their seasoning is awesome. So I just buy the Nesco jerky seasoning, original or the spicy. This time we bought the original. So we're going to let it marinate with that. And that's how it comes in these packets. A jerky cure and then the original jerky seasoning. 1 pound takes 1 of each. So we have 5.5 pounds. I'm just going to do 5. That should be plenty. And a cool addition to making jerky, which we normally just, Christine cuts it by hand, but my neighbor informed me he had a little meat cutter. So we're going to give that a try. And we're going to cut it about 1/4 inch. So I'm going to measure that with the ruler, make sure I'm at 1/4 inch depth, and we're going to get them all nice and cut. It'll be nice and uniform, so it should all dry evenly. So here's the setup. Let's get started. Okay, so yeah, one of these is definitely a must if you make a lot of beef jerky. That was just perfect. And I like to cut my meat when it's semi-frozen, just so it stays nice and stiff, easier to cut. Perfect. All of them. Uniform. They'll dry out nice and evenly now. So let's get the cure and marinade stuff ready. Alright, so we got our cure, we got a ton of meat, so what I'm going to do is just kind of little by little, just put them in here a little like this, just so I know they're getting somewhat coated, and then throw them into another bowl. Okay, so I got it all rubbed together, all the seasoning in there. We're just going to let it sit for about 4 hours and just let it marry all together, absorb that seasoning into it, and then we'll get it on the dehydrator. Alright, while we're letting that cure for 4 hours, I kept a couple of the scraps of meat, some good top round. Let's see how the chickens like it. You know, they're omnivores. They eat meat, they eat vegetables, they eat grain. They eat everything. So, let's see how they like it. Hey girls. You want to try some meat? You ain't got to chase one. There's plenty in there, goons. They're chasing each other after one piece. Meanwhile, there's a whole plate here. There you go. And just think, it won't be you today, lizard. Alright, so it's been sitting here in the marinade for about 4 hours. It's time to get it spread out and get it going. Pack them in there, but leave some room, you know, to where they can breathe. They get air all the way around them. Okay, that's it. I got all 5 trays full. I still have a lot of meat to do, so I'm going to have to do a second batch. But for now, get this on, put it at 160, plug it in, we'll let it roll for about 5 hours and we'll check it. Okay, so the first batch of beef jerky is done. We let it cook for about, or dehydrate for about 5 hours. So we're going to just start packing it in bags. It's been sitting out for about an hour or two. You just put it in the paper towel, and any fats that are in it will start bleeding out, and they'll bleed right into the paper towel. So we're going to pack up the beef jerky now. Alright, so not bad. Got 5 bags. Turning it on for another round. Okay, so as you can see, that 5 pounds, 5.5 pounds, gave me these 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 bags. You know, I didn't measure them as far as weight, I just kind of filled them up like accordingly. Those 9 bags, I took 1 to work today. Christine took 1 to work. Anthony probably ate about 2 bags, I'd imagine. So we got about 13 bags with this portion. One thing I did do wrong that I should have mentioned is once you get those seasoning packets, you fill them in the bowl, you need to add water to it to make it like a marinade. And I did forget to do that initially. I added a little water later, but they're a little drier. They could have probably came out about a half hour earlier, but me and Anthony like them kind of dry, and they'll preserve better.